So on the subject of trichotillomania, with being compulsive hair pulling, is that any particular hair on the body, any particular place, or...?
Yes, I think obviously everyone's different, so some people will pull from different places, some people may pull from everywhere. The most common places would be eyelashes, some people only pull from eyelashes, and scalp hair, some people only pull from scalp hair and some people pull from both, or many different places.
And what age groups does it generally tend to affect?
In some cases it starts as a baby, but we tend to find that most people start around just before puberty, around the age of 9 or 10.
Okay, and is it something that the person would keep in secret, or would they feel quite comfortable if other people knew about it? Or
obviously everybody's different, but on the whole we tend to find this is something that people keep very personal and very much to themselves.
And does the person tend to know they're doing it, or is it something that happens without the person being aware that they're doing it?
I think both are true at different times. I think most people with trichotillomania would be able to relate to both of those situations. So sometimes they would be, for instance, sitting watching television or studying and not aware of what they're doing, and just be searching through perhaps scalp hair or eyelashes and just pull something without real awareness, or even zoned out, completely zoned out, so that they're disassociating from reality by doing it. And on other occasions, most people with trichotillomania will also be able to say that they have actually just, out of sheer frustration, just grabbed handfuls of hair and just pulled it. So there's the comforting sense of seeking comfort from pulling, and there's the sheer frustration.
And so how would you feel if somebody was to approach you about it, who'd noticed that you were doing it and approached you about it?
As someone who has trichotillomania, I haven't pulled myself for over 8 years, I think. So, but actually when I was actually pulling, if someone had approached me, I would have been absolutely so embarrassed. I can't explain how embarrassed. I just would have felt that they'd had, I mean, it would be worse than discovering somebody doing something intensely personal. It would just be, you know, a complete shock that anybody had noticed this, because we like to live in denial. We like to think that people won't notice this.
So how does somebody feel with trichotillomania if people would make rude remarks or unkind comments about it?
I don't think I can even describe the hurt. It would just be absolutely, it would be like punching somebody in the face, just complete sheer shock and horror, and a feeling of perhaps not wanting to go out again, never mind not wanting to face that individual again, not wanting to expose yourself to that situation again.
So how would it be better for them to point it out, do you think, in the best way possible?
I think you would have to be very sensitive. It would certainly have to be somebody that you knew quite well in order to address it with them. And certainly you should do that when they're on their own. I don't think you would ever want to do that in front of anybody else. Expect it to be quite strong emotions when you discuss it, and definitely give them a source of information such as our website.
So it's not just a case where it could be considered mild stress in, you know, in the figure of speech when people say I'm tearing my hair out, I'm so frustrated. It's not like that. It's where it's, you know, more of an extreme. It's more often, you know, all the time than just feeling a little bit stressed, and, you know.
It can be. The disorder itself will vary in degrees and strength according to each person, but also according to any moment of the day. Some people don't pull every day, and other people do pull every day. Some people you would noticeably see bald patches. Other people you might never notice that they pull at all.
So is there any particular ritual about the way that you would pull hair? Do people have their own individual ways that they pull? Is there any individuality between person to person?
There can be similarities sometimes where some people look at the roots and some people eat the roots or eat the hair itself. There's lots of different rituals that people might have, and sometimes one person might have lots of different rituals according to whether they're pulling from because they're nice and relaxed, in which case they might just rub a hair on their lips or something to calm themselves or to stay comforted, and other situations where they might be more aggressive with their pulling.
Because I guess, you know, a lot of people might even just think that, you know, there's no word for it, it's not a disorder, there's no actual name for it, it's just purely pulling hair, when in fact it is actually a proper compulsion that there is treatment for and help out there and other people that do actually do it as well. So
Yes.